Alright, fellow YouTubers, had to make a video on figures that blew my mind, and now I'm making a video of the 6 figures that completely disappointed me. Starting off with the 1/60 scale Burning Gundam. The thing that's wrong with this is that I don't know if it's because it was made cheaply or because they weren't ready to make a Gundam in this scale, but basically all it does is fall over. Like, I've super glued the joints, I made it right, I followed the instructions, and then I painted it like nothing was off, but it will just fall over. So if I have this on display, which it does look good on display, but when I have it next to other Gunplas, it will make them all fall over. If I have it on the same shelf as my Dragon Ball Z figures or anything, it falls over. No matter what you do, at a random time, it will fall over. I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex, so if someone that lives right beside me slams the door, they're in a rush, then it's a little bit of a shake. And when a little shake happens, this is the first thing to go timber. So I wish they would have made the joints a little bit better. A lot of the parts fall off. I've had to super glue so many. And now I have to continue to super glue the knees around there because they can't support the weight. It should have been kind of engineered a little better. But this is number 1 on my list so far of most disappointing figures, I guess, for this / model kit. Alright, next on my list is the Marvel Legends, I think I'm saying it right, Black Cat. Oh man, is that her name? Black Cat? Anyway, the figure has VA. It is visually appealing, so it's a very nice figure. But the bad thing about it is that it took forever for me to first get this figure to stand. Like, literally, I'm glad it has the ankle pivot, but it takes a while to get it to stand. It's easy for it to fall over. It ended up being on my shelf where I had to lean it up against the side of the shelf or up against another kind of more stable figure for it to stand up. So it looks good by the looks. I'm still kind of glad I have it because of how cool and nice it looks. But at the same time, they could have gave it a little bit more stability in the legs so it could stand. So Marvel Legends Black Cat, sorry, but you're on my list. Alright, next on my list is Marvel Legends Gomorrah. And it's nothing to do with them being female, but they have to be able to stand. The likes about this and the positives is that they did an awesome job on the paint decals. Look at that. You got all that black, and then you got the very shiny blue. It looks great. Then you see they got this kind of lighter blue at the top with like silver plates in it. It looks awesome, and they nailed it. Like, literally, it does even look like the actress looks kind of like Zoe. And they went to the trouble of putting like very nice marks on the face, and it actually does not look sloppy. The eyes do not look cross-eyed, and you can even see with the hair they actually put color in there. You can see 2 or 3 tones of color. They did a nice job on the lips, but the figure cannot stand. I cannot even like tell you how long it took me to get this figure to stand because they made the legs way too small. And basically, I have this figure leaned up against Groot, which I will show you after this. But I just wish if they would have made the feet a little bit bigger, this action figure would have been perfect. But of course, we still need this figure because we love the Guardians of the Galaxy. Still looks so cool next to the other ones. Alright, next on my list is the Marvel Legends Marvel Now Captain America. This thing just was missing something. The face looked weird, it's awkward, the eyes were weird. The shield actually did fit, but that was like the only plus for me. They used like an extra bright red and they didn't put any type of details. It looks like you could have put some paint where the buckles are on the forearms or where the gauntlet would be. They could have put more detail into it. The articulation for where the ab crunch is was just kind of weird and kind of off. It's just missing something and it looks weird. Like, I just wish they could have did a little bit better, or I don't know, like, it's hard whenever you can't even name what's wrong with it, but this is missing something. So this is on my list of Marvel Legends Now, Marvel Captain America. I almost forgot about the Ant-Man figure. They actually did an awesome job for the movie as far as the costume goes with all the detail. It just looks awesome. The only thing for quality control was the freaking face mask. Oh my gosh, this would have been perfect if y'all would have just covered up the face. I've seen so many people have to do customs and cover up the face, but past that, this would have been awesome. Very nice design. I give them their props, but make sure you know how the mask is going to be. And if you have to, change it at last minute. It just stinks that the mouth was out whenever it should have been covered. Next on the list is a 90s Apocalypse figure. I did like the features of the figure, and it's very creative for their time, where it came with this staff / rocket bazooka thing that could launch something kind of cool, and you could extend parts of the torso and the legs. So I did like that feature, but the face, I don't know, it just looks like the Joker mixed with Apocalypse mixed with white lipstick. Like, what's going on here? I don't know, just up clear you can tell it just looks like, I don't know, it looks like a snake or anaconda. Like, this looks so bad. Like, wow. And you see those eyes, like, they were not made to even look remotely close in the same direction. and I still have it on display, but it stands out because all I can do is look at those horrific eyes. But I still like the features that I want to keep at least some type of vintage figures from the old X-Men series. Next on the list is the Gypsy Danger Pacific Rim. The reason that this is number one on my disappointing list is because they did an awesome job on the movie. But when it was time for the figures to come out, I went to FYE, my first figure. As soon as I took it out of the box, the arm came off. Then I went back and bought another one. And the accessories they come with the little blades that come out, they're easy to bend and break. They don't stay in. And also the figure, it always falls over. I do not know if it's the joints or what is it, but it will randomly fall over. And basically, this is the one after it has some battle like damage. But why did it take like a year before they came out with the clean version of it? Like, Pacific Rim was awesome, and they took their precious time to come out with the figures. I do not know what was up with NECA, and it's either two things. NECA will kill it and they will nail it on the head, or it will be a complete disaster. And to me, the Gypsy Danger was a complete disaster. For some reason, it always falls over. Now I have it to lean up against the wall, and it's easy to break the parts off of it. And then when you go back to FYE, like, a lot of them were starting to go out of businesses, so of course, like, they were pissed and they gave me a lot of problems for it. But I really did like it in the movie, which is the only reason that I kept it. And I was like, I really kind of wanted the new one where he's like not all battle scarred and all that stuff. But then I was like thinking, like, why did it take so long for you guys to come out with it? And I'm scared that the one I would get will be defective, just like my first one. So this is my haul of shame for my figures that were kind of disappointing. This has been a list by Killer Crick Deadpool Toys 1-2. I'll see you guys in future video. Oh, and look, I couldn't even get the burning Gundam to completely stand up. He's leaning on Gypsy Danger, who's leaning on Apocalypse. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.